Hello friends, and welcome to our channel Weekend Class, where we will today start with the first chapter of political science for class 10th, and that is power sharing. And in this chapter today we will discuss about the power sharing model of Belgium. So let's get started. Now, as we know that Belgium is a very small country and it is situated in Europe. It has borders with France, Netherlands, Germany and Luxembourg. Its population is just over a crore. And in India, the state of Haryana has a population of 2 crores. And even Delhi has about 2 crore population. So the whole population of Belgium is about half the population of Delhi. But when Belgium got independence from France, the problems were encountered. Many problems were encountered. Now these problems which were encountered in Belgium after gaining independence from France were majorly involved to power sharing, because the thing is the ethnic composition of Belgium was too complex. Of the country's total population, 59% of the population lived in Flemish region. Now this Flemish region, this is you can see this one. Now 59% of the population which lived in this Flemish region, and this is the Flemish region. This is all the Flemish region, and it shares its borders with Netherlands, and it spoke the Dutch language. 59% population spoke Dutch language. This region is also known as Flanders, and 40% of the population lived in Velonia region. Now Velonia region, this is the Velonia region. It is also known as Walloon, and this shares its border with France, and most of the people here speak French. So you can see that of the 99% population, 59% here speak, this population speaks Dutch and this speaks French, and this is the capital city of Brussels. Now this capital city of Brussels, there the thing is more complex. Here 80% of the people speak French and 20% of the population speak Dutch. So see just the ethnic variation in Belgium. And from, if we minus 59% and 40% from 100, we get 1%. So that 1% they spoke German language. Now we had talked about this, that in capital Brussels 80% people spoke French and 20% Dutch. Now that the problem, where the problem exists, that the minority French population were rich and powerful. Why? Because France ruled Belgium. Belgium was a colony of France. So it was very obvious that the minority French population was very rich and powerful in comparison of the Dutch community. Because after getting independence, at the time of independence, who were the richer class? The French class. So they reaped the development, economic development, fruits of economic development earlier, and these Dutch communities, they lagged behind. Now this led to some tensions between the Dutch speaking and French speaking communities during 1950s and 60s, and especially this was more acute in the capital. Now how this problem was resolved? The Belgian leaders, they recognized that there existed vast regional disparities and cultural diversities in the country. So there should be an arrangement that everyone should live together within the same country. So for this, they constituted a constitution, and to rectify many things and to accommodate many things, the constitution was amended 4 times between 1970 to 1993, and an amicable solution which was acceptable to all the communities was arrived. This solution was very innovative. Now the main features of the Belgian model of power sharing was the constitution of Belgium prescribed that the number of Dutch and French ministers were to be equal at the central level, means 50% Dutch and 50% French ministers at central level. Special laws which were like the budget and all, they required the support of majority of the members of each linguistic group. Some special laws, they required the support of majority of each linguistic groups, means majority of French, majority of Dutch and majority of German. So every special law had to be passed by the majority of each. Now the second was the powers of central government were shared by state government. It was not concentrated, and so that the state was not subordinated to center. The state governments were never subordinate to the central government. This was the second way. The third was the capital Brussels. It had a separate government in which both of the communities had an equal representation. The French-speaking people accepted equal representation in Brussels because the Dutch-speaking community had accepted equal representation in the central government. So this was the way how Brussels was governed. Now the fourth point is, apart from these central and state government, there was also a third kind of government which existed. This government was known as community government, and it was elected by the linguistic communities. No matter where they lived, the region was not important. This government had all the powers regarding cultural, educational and linguistic issues. So we can see that this Belgian model was quite a unique model, and this innovative Belgian model worked very efficiently. It helped to avoid any conflict between the major communities of the country, which may have led to a prospective partition on legislative lines. So ये हो क्या सकता था कि बेल्जियम का जो विभाजन है वो लिंग्विस्टिक यानी कि भाषाई आधार पर हो सकता था, लेकिन इसको अवॉइड करने के लिए जो बेल्जियम मॉडल, जो कि इतना इनोवेटिव मॉडल था, इसमें ये जो 4 तरीके से लोगों को एकोमोडेट किया गया, तो इस बहुत ही एफिशिएंटली ये वर्क किया. इसने जो भी कॉन्फ्लिक्ट थे उन्हें दूर किया. जो कंट्री का विभाजन का आधार हो सकता था, भाषाई आधार, उसे रोक लिया. एंड इट बिकेम अ रोल मॉडल फॉर द यूरोपियन कंट्रीज. इसीलिए जब यूरोपियन यूनियन बनी 1990s में, तो उन्होंने इस बेल्जियन मॉडल को एक रोल मॉडल के रूप में अपनाया. एंड इसका जो हेडक्वार्टर्स है वो कहाँ चुना गया? ब्रसेल्स में. ब्रसेल्स वाज द कैपिटल ऑफ Belgium. Now friends, in this episode we will talk about this only. In the next episode we will talk about power sharing model in Sri Lanka. Till then, thank you. Have a nice day.